Foils, definitely. All right, let's dive on into our last Pioneer deck of the morning before we roll on into some decks on Standard later this afternoon. This was a build-around submission. So again, for people that are new to the channel, in addition to playing viewer-submitted deck lists, I also do build-around submissions. So someone asked, could I build a Jeskai aggro deck based around Mantis Rider and Boros Charm, which are two very aggressive cards in this format? And I was looking at cards I wanted to play around these cards, and I was like, a lot of these cards are just happen to be multicolored anyways. So I was like, well, let's just try and play Hero. So the base idea of this deck is we've got some burn elements with Boros Charm and Jeskai Charm and Wild Flash. And then we have a bunch of evasive flying creatures to punch through in the air. And Hero gives us the ability to generate a lot of tokens on the ground to be chump blocking, which is nice. So we also got some Spell Quellers here, along with Teferi to make Spell Queller better. We've got some Ojutai's commands here to counter spells, gain life, bring back our heroes, and our Lightning Stormkins. So let's jump on into a Pioneer League and see how this one goes. Is this deck playable? I don't know. We don't know what's playable in this format. Let's play some games and find out. Hero plus Jeskai Charm is good. Big life swings. Big life swings. We accept a build around for Renegade Raveler, Kaya's Ghost Form combo, and Pioneer. What's the combo? Is it just like sack outlet, sack outlet plus Blood Artist? Is that it? As always, the answer to will Jeff play X should be answered by submitting it using the form on my website. So if you are wondering, will I play something? Use the form, please. Instead of me telling your idea is wrong, Zolthar, explain to me why your idea is good. Do you think we have enough instants and sorceries to support Monastery Mentor? Do some math. Do you think Monastery Mentor fits well into the curve that this deck has? Imagine cutting 4 2-drops and playing more 3-drops. I think if you answer those questions, you'll realize your decision is good or bad. The entire Once Upon a Cat deck can now be foiled. Oh, baby. We're spending some gems when we sign on today, chat. That was not the land we were looking to draw. Sounds a little speculative. If Team Oko drops dead in the new meta, I need a new plan for a WP and Q tournament in 2 weeks. Do you think a competitive, aggressive deck running Oko out there? Yeah, probably. Actually, I'm going to say probably not. I'm actually going to disagree with myself. I think aggressively slanted decks are pretty bad against the food decks that are everywhere. Esper Energy, okay. I'm going to throw out, I have like Glint Sleeve Siphoner. This is not going as planned, chat. Maybe we should have mulliganed. How much blue's in my mana base? That's a question I should have asked. We have 5, 6, 14 blue. Blue is our lowest. We have 14. Dang. All right. I'm gonna lead on the bad threat to try and bait removal or counterspell. Thanks, Jake. Absorb. That's probably pretty good against my pseudo burn deck. Pioneer seems kind of slow. Maybe. We should splash green for once upon a time to fix our mana. I don't know about all that. I'm gonna pass here. If we draw another blue source, I can like Spell Queller plus Mantis Rider in a turn. There's a command for the next 1,000 people that come in and ask what's the best deck to beat the food deck. The answer is play the mirror. The answer is figure out how to break the mirror. They made the format worse. It was a mistake to ban Field of the Dead only. We're getting Gear Hulked. We have an X spell maybe? We're getting Sphinx's Revelation. Dig through time. Alright, that makes sense. I think I'm gonna concede here. Just like drew a bunch of cards that are bad in this matchup. Let's board out the bad cards, bring in the good cards. I want to cut here. Azorius Charm's probably not very good. Brazen Borrower is probably just a 3-1 with Flash. But Jeff, my feelings, yada yada, tell me something based on incomplete data, you know the drill. Oh, Blake. Snoop Dodge, how's Pioneer going? I'm excited to try Esper Dragons with Scorn. It's been good so far. Lots of exploration to do. They banned Sorceress Spyglass from Brawl, but kept Oko as a commander. They really just don't know what they're doing. I just don't get it. I'm happier just not thinking about their ban list decisions. So that's what I'm gonna do. Sure. We'll bottom, probably Jeskai Charm here. It's basically just a deal for most of the time. You think 2 is the optimal number of Teferi, 5 in control list? No, I don't know what the optimal number is. Stop asking me to predict the future. Stop it. Bad chat. Bad chat. You know the answer. The answer is I'm not predicting the future for you. Go away. Do work. Play games. Figure it out. Do something. Do the thing. Why aren't you doing the thing? You can't predict the future. Why are you the optimal number of burritos to eat until you can't eat anymore? The optimal number of burritos to eat is yes. I'm actually gonna just play this turn, I think. And like, if they kill this next turn, I can like play Ojutai's command, like bring it back, draw a card. Maybe I'm supposed to jam Teferi there while they're just tapped out, though, too. Could be a possibility. Is Fatal Push a good card in this format? We don't know. Like, which situational removal is best? I don't know. What cards are people playing in the format? Yeah, I think I messed up by not playing Teferi on 3. If I play Teferi on 3 there, like, we probably shut off a significant portion of their hand. Alright, we'll wait till next turn to play Teferi with Veto up. None so far, Bob. Glimmer, yep. Glimmer and Dig. What if they're playing, Gear Hulk 2? This is probably a bad matchup for us. Phantom Venture, I guess. They had Absorb game 1, too, so they have a bunch of 3-mana counters as well. that card. It's new. It's new. Everybody wants to draw parallels to things that already exist. Do people not get that it's new? Jeff, which thing that's already out there is this new thing like? It's new. It's not modern and it's not standard. It's a new format. If it was just modern or standard, what would be the point of playing it? There wouldn't be a point to play it, right? They added a bunch of foils. They foiled a bunch of cards in Arena. Think about the lack of a playable 2-mana counterspell. Great. Great. Play Quench if you want a counterspell. I think we're dead. Alright, well, I mean, this is like great until they play their Gearhole Cure. My MTGA update already downloaded. Look at it. Banned card. Oh. Reward. Oh. Vomit. Hey, Carmenova, thanks for the 24 months. Oko is $93 on Magic Online. Sounds about right. Dovin cannot veto Spell Queller. Yes, I guess Spell Queller had a veto-proof majority. I would like the record to reflect that we were probably dead before the Scarab God showed up, but we were definitely dead after the Scarab God showed up. That one showed up to dunk on us. And again, I think I messed that game up pretty significantly. I think if I would have played Teferi on 3, that game plays out very, very differently. I think that one's pretty solidly on me. Do you think adding card trading arena to a feature to arena would be a bad idea? Yes, the single worst thing about Magic the Gathering is MTG finance, the people who speculate on cards. So I'd prefer if that wasn't an option. Once upon a time, reveal Deathrite Shaman. My interest is piqued. Yeah, if you send me a direct message, I'm happy to send you a Mythgard code. You got me hooked on Mythgard, reporting you for encouraging addictions. Yeah, if you like Magic, you probably will love Mythgard. I was incorrect on the exact time they were ending. Apparently the codes are valid until Mythgard does their update tomorrow. You hear the sounds of the arena buttons when I mouse over certain things. Let me close arena real quick. That's funny. Thanks for the heads up. I don't have my headphones on because this application doesn't have sounds worth listening to. What are Mythgard codes? I have codes if you haven't entered a treat code that gives you 10 booster packs and some wild cards. Unity doesn't know how to ignore windows in front of it. That's funny that that bug translates to my window manager on Linux too. Guess we'll just play Hero out. How do we get said codes for Mythgard? You drop me a direct message and ask for one. Discord or Twitch. Wild Flash, for people asking, is like the best 1-mana red removal in this format. It's like the shock with the most upside. Wonder what they're self-milling into. They can't just be like just enabling Deathrite Shaman, right? Yeah, it could just be Delirium. I could see that. I wanted to let you know that the JAC list you played was mine and a buddy's. It looks like someone from the Discord sent it to you. However, they didn't send the most updated list. Here's what I'm currently on. Some of those choices are choices that we made. I think Spell Pierce is poop. I think you should just play 4 Veil of Summers. A lot of those choices are things that we ended up changing ourselves after playing. To the person with the username Quarion who said you're bumping me to try and get free stuff, the reason why you didn't get free stuff is because your settings don't allow me to send you free stuff. Would you be interested? The answer to will Jeff play X should always be answered by using the form on my website. I do not say yes or no to specific deck requests while I'm streaming. So please follow the directions. Thank you. Walking Ballista, rude. Yeah, I agree, Captain Obvious. It would be nice if they have staying power. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my creatures indestructible here to save my hero from dying. My arena's already updated, Time Lord. On it. Streaming longer today to prepare for the upcoming event. Yeah, Pioneer release, so I wanted to do a longer stream so we could do some more Pioneer stuff today, but I also want to get some standard time in before the event this weekend. So that throws their 1/1 back on top of their deck, so it's a pretty medium draw for them at this point, which is great. Sure. Tried watching Grokeys yesterday when you were done. He whined for 30 minutes about Esper, so I told him, I hope he only plays Esper and I got banned. Yeah. You know. Now, as always, everything is well organized on this channel. You can find my schedule and what I'm planning to play when, including special events, on the schedule on my website. Yep. Kind of a medium spot. I guess we get to tempo this while they're missing land drops at least. Yep, everything's up there. I work really hard to keep things updated. I spend a lot of time off stream doing extra work. I mean, the reason why a lot of streamers aren't like me is because I spend a lot of time off stream keeping all that stuff updated. And then spend a lot of time on stream telling people that I keep stuff updated. All right, and that gets rid of their tireless tracker, right? Like they blocked there, so that mills them over. So that's nice. Good morning, Bob. You are noticed. Would we like to draw a Teferi here and just, like, bounce this and smack them? How about another land? Magic's a low variance game. 4/4s are scary, chat. Unfortunately, I've not seen any of our flying threats this game, so can't just, like, cruise over for the last couple points of damage. Opponent also has, like, an endless supply of, like, Deathrite Shaman food here, so they're gonna gain a bunch of life. That's true. It's actually funny. I got a new Twitch rep earlier this year, and when we were talking to each other about, like, my background and stuff, and, like, what I did before streaming, he was like, "Oh, so you're like an actual adult then," which made me chuckle. Apparently, not all the partners he works with fit that definition. When you're a partner of a certain size on Twitch, you get a Twitch representative. That's a direct contact that you have at Twitch in case you ever need anything. Your YouTube is why I started watching the stream. I'm surprised more streamers don't do that. A lot of people who stream on Twitch steal music that they don't have permission to use, and YouTube is very punishing compared to Twitch. So YouTube does not let you post stuff and monetize stuff that you don't have the rights to. Whereas Twitch lets you stream and monetize whatever you want, basically. I think this is a Hero of Dominaria matchup. Their deck has Tireless Tracker, which seems a little bit grindy. Need a few more cuts here. Ojutai's command's probably hard to hold up. The gaining a life's not super relevant. Need four more trims. Jeskai Charm pumping up the team seems good. Azorius Charm's probably slow. The protection on this seems okay, but like randomly burning them is probably not going to be useful, so let's trim a couple of those. I'm pretty sure you can post copyrighted music as you label it, and the copyright owner gets all the monetization for the video. So it gets messy from there, Red Leopard, if you have lots of different music and from lots of different labels. You also get strikes against you on YouTube for posting content that you don't have the copyright permission to use. Notorious YV, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. It's kind of funny. Whenever I bring up the music thing on Twitch, there's always people that are like, I didn't even know that it was against the rules to stream with music, because there's like so many big people that all they do is stream with copyrighted music. Yeah, I agree, Bob. I think at some point, I bet a Twitch streamer gets sued at some point, and rightfully so. How's Pioneer been? I've been enjoying myself. Sure, Twitch mutes videos, but those people are still making a profit from streaming it live. So like muting the videos doesn't really punish them. They're still profiting off other people's work. Thinking of changing the Esper Goryo's list I submitted for a Pioneer list instead. I feel like the Goryo's list might not be very fun. Is that fine? Yeah, definitely. You can, Alexa, just go ahead and submit your new list using the forum and put in the comments what it's replacing. And I'll verify that the emails are the same. I think the Thought Erasure is Pioneer playable. Yeah, maybe if you want to discard spells. Quite possibly. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly why it is, Ian, right? Like, if you notice, I'm often constantly talking, especially during Magic Online, because Magic Online doesn't have any game sound. So like playing music lets you not be talking and still have audio coming through. So it lets you engage less and still have a better product. Like, you know, they're directly profiting from other people's work. It lets them fill dead air. It's more work to be constantly filling dead air yourself. The best is when streamers give their viewers an option to pay to play songs. Yeah, right? Like your online jukebox. Celestial Purge is not Pioneer legal. So they stripped our protection for our Spell Queller, which kind of sucks. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just like for them here. Just get these spells out of my hand. Perfect. Let's just run them down while they're stumbling. What do you think is going to be the first thing to get banned after fetches? I think if I could predict the future, I'd be making more money than playing a children's card game on the internet for your entertainment. I'm generally bad at predicting the future, so I don't do it. Someone made a future command? That's excellent. I mean, paying to play songs is nice, I guess, if you, like, ignore the fact that it's, like, morally gray and illegal. Morally wrong? My favorite is when people who make their living off of Twitch like justify taking other people's music by like they're giving them exposure. It's like, well, you make stuff for a living. What if we just paid you for all of your Twitch work and exposure? Would that allow you to be a Twitch streamer as a job? It probably wouldn't. Like the exposure argument's bad when you're a normal person, but like when you're like someone who's also trying to make a living off the things you do, like, I got paid to exposure and have hypothermia, yep. That's not true. Saying it's wrong to charge for music that people that are no longer with us shows a complete fundamental misunderstanding about how the system works and who owns the rights to things. So, you take your crap excuse and pound sand out the door. Listen. People jump through all sorts of mental gymnastic hoops to justify their crappy beliefs and tell you why the crappy thing that they do isn't actually crappy. It's how people vote for Trump. Oh, our mana base. Oh, our mana base. Our mana base might be short blue to play Brazen Borrower. I'm only on 14, right? Yeah, the mana base is definitely short blue sources, probably closer to 16 or 17. Good chance this just gets Assassin's Trophy or Abrupt Decay. But it's our line, so we're gonna take it. Morals versus ethics is a great divide between a greedy person and just... This Jeskai mana base has been a little bit medium. But I also think I did a little bit of a poor job with it last night. So if I hear copyrighted music on a high-profile stream, I can grab my lawyer and sue away. I mean, if you have the rights to that high-profile music, you definitely could. I should probably have killed this, huh? Oh, I should have killed this, actually. So that doesn't matter. I can wild slash this. She's not going to get any value out of here. Yeah, I mean, if you represent people whose music they're stealing, yeah, go for it. Get them. I mean, even with infinite time, Fox, like, things aren't perfect the first time. Also something that's like, this building mana bases in this format is new, so it's not just like in modern and even standard once it's established where I can just be like, oh, these are like my go-to, this is how I build 3-color mana bases, so I build 2-color mana bases. Getting used to the norms and like which lands are legal and what the right mix of them is, and then like tuning that for like what spells you're playing. Like that takes time to commit to muscle memory. We're pretty dead here. Well, we've not won a game. Our first brew is not going well. There's a lot of different ways to build Mantis Rider decks too, though. So like focusing on Hero of the Precinct One is not necessarily the best one for sure. We've also played 2 fair decks in a row that seem like are probably pretty medium matchups for our burn style deck. Sure. How many basics do you need to play with cards like Fabled Passage? If you're playing 4 passages, you probably want 4 or 5 basics a lot of the time. Morning, Bunny. Better make it count. Emery, okay. Aetherflux Reservoir and Metallic Rebuke. Neat. Send that back back from whence it came. I think burn decks want ways to grind. I mean, like, you have light up the stage is very good. We played a blue-red or a green-red Atarka's command deck this morning. That felt very reasonable. You have rebuked my borrower. He shall be gone. Non-artifact spells have improvise. I'll just Queller that. I think that's fine. I took the day off and woke up early to check out some Pioneer content. Good morning, Elf King. We might be done soon-ish. We'll see if we can salvage a rally here. We've had a little bit of a rough run so far with this Jeskai deck as our last one of the day. The first 2 decks we played were both excellent. The Jeskai deck was a lot of fun, especially. They didn't do anything particularly quickly, so that's exciting. I wonder if they're planning on... It feels like with them just passing here, they're planning on blowing up our 3 mana cards here. So this Boros Charm could really pull one over on them. So I'm gonna jam this, hoping that they're planning to take this to 3. They could have War of Invention, that's true. What if they were for Ensnaring Bridge and lock us out? That would suck. Seeker of the Way, Soulfire Grandmaster? Yeah, both those cards seem pretty reasonable. This is why Azorius Charm's pretty sweet, because, like, even when its other modes aren't good, you're just like, alright, I'll draw a card. Is that a good draw, chat? We can almost just kill them. Alright, well now we got 14 points in our hand. Permanents I control become indestructible until end of turn. Invincible! Play a Boros Reckoner. That one's probably a little bit too slow and honest for this format. They are lurking in the lock, chat. And Boros Charm did 5 in a way. Sure. Yeah, double Boros Charm kills them, but, like, there's no reason for me to, like, jam here and, like, get counterspelled and then have them combo kill me in some weird way. There's no reason to not just, like, be conservative with my decision-making process here. You have any suggestion for decks that are easier to put together in Mythgard for playable, but I'm overwhelmed on how to build a deck? If you look in the subscribers Discord in the Mythgard channel, there were some folks discussing budget deck lists in there. The mono red deck that I played a little bit of, you can cut mythics from that too. Alright, Command and Azorius Charm both seem bad. Teferi Time Raveler seems fine. Jeskai Charm seems a little slow and clunky. Detention Sphere seems fine. Want my vetoes against whatever they're doing, I think. Wild Slash seems reasonable because we want to take Emery off the table. I don't know if I want to kill Emery bad enough that I want these other Fiery Impulses too, though. So, like, our 3-drops are pretty packed here, but something to remember, too, is that, like, I frequently do this when I'm looking at the deck list, because, like, Brazen Borrower is a 2-mana spell as well. So, like, this card fills both spots on the curve, which is nice about these adventure cards. Brazen Borrower bouncing their 2-drops so you can Spell Queller it the following turn is also quite excellent. Which is nice. Yeah, sounds great. Hero of the Precinct One in the hold up counterspell. Thanks, Jedi. Yeah, if there's demand for Pioneer content, you're gonna find it here. We have a great viewer count considering this is Magic Online, so that's sweet to see. It's got 1,700 folks in here. All 3 of these leagues went quick. I kind of want to sneak another Pioneer deck in before we switch to Standard. Wonder if we can get cards for another one. The trick isn't even just playing, it's can I get cards? MTGO Trader's there's been huge demands on basically everyone that does cards. So if we can get cards, maybe we'll do another one. I have to, like, put together to return these cards too, though. Yeah, I'll take a look. The other thing is, like, taking 10 minutes to get cards for a new deck also, like, causes, like, a third of the viewers to leave a lot of the time. We're definitely going to play the 3 standard decks. Christy approved me doing long streams today and tomorrow. See, the CEO did approve overtime. I don't have a hard stop time today. I can go as long as I want, as long as I'm physically capable of going. I always approve it with the boss. We don't make decisions on the floor here. You have a log of shilling redemptions. No, I got it. I got it. You're good, Hyder. Thanks for the 4 months, Gunslinger. I appreciate it. The arena update has happened, and I've already downloaded that in the background. 24-hour stream it is. No. I have like a physical cutoff of like 11 to 12 hours these days. That's where the content quality kind of starts to nosedive. Ain't what we used to be. Yeah, and like, keep in mind that like, if I'm 12 hours live, that means I'm gonna work 14 hours today probably, because I have to like, update decks for tomorrow and respond to submissions and adjust the deck queue for all the points, etc. What's next in the Pioneer queue? What's after these? Elves is up next. I do kind of want to play Elves. Oh, cat combo and Elves. The next 2 decks are kind of great. All right, I'm gonna see if we can get cards for the next 2 decks after this. I can probably look now while this opponent's taking forever. Okay, cat combo and Elves are both like decks that I personally would like to play. I really wish opponents on Magic Online got punished for taking forever. How are you doing? I hope all of y'all are having a better day than my opponent who's probably disconnected, or their toddler knocked their drink off the table, or their pizza's burning. I think this will light up on my taskbar when my opponent comes back. Let's find out. I also haven't vetted these deck lists either, so this one I didn't make myself. Are there any other playable 1-mana elves in this format? Playable is a loose term. Is there a third playable 1-mana elf? Does anybody know? I don't think Arbor Elf is playable with all the black lands. I guess Deathrite is kinda that. That's a tough nut to crack. I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat this card. We'll play second hero here and see how we do. Maybe we can go wide around it. Gnarl Root Trapper. Black. Spend it only to cast an elf creature. Yeah, that's the one we're gonna play. Gnarl Root Trapper sounds great. Hey, he taps down a black mana. Or taps down a green mana. That's totally acceleration. Yikes. This mana base, chat. This is a mana base. We definitely have a base of mana. I want a refund. I asked Discord for help with the Memkin sideboard and I only have 3 cards in it. Sorry, Marty. Yeah, the mana base in this deck is 1 to 2 blue sources light. 100%. 1 to 2 blue sources light. I want to get to double blue pretty consistently with Brazen Borrower, so... Oh, geez. Sai can, like, sack these Ornithopters, and then Emery can bring them back. That's pretty hot. Probably be hard. Maybe. I mean, if you build the mana base right, it's probably fine. Instead of here's a thing. Instead of saying they'll probably be hard, I don't care what your feelings say. Tell me what the facts say. Do the math. Say, Jeff, this is what the math says, and this is why these decks are hard. Yeah, they were out of stock on non-foil vetoes, so we're just like gambling that the client's not gonna crash on the foil here. Can I add 10 points, the Esper Second Sun deck to Pioneer? I don't have it built, Notorious. So, decks that don't have cards listed don't have things listed because I don't have them built yet. So if there's not a link, it's a build around, then I have to build it. So you cannot bump that one into today. I think I'm happy with how I boarded. Let's just like draw blue lands this time. Triple Wild Slash is pretty bad. Hand's okay. It's been a little bit mediocre. The mana base has been iffy, so our spells have been hard to cast. I probably want another Glacial Fortress and maybe another Mana Confluence. Also, Shivan Reef is legal in this format. It's possible I should be playing Shivan Reef. Oath of Nissa is bugged. This is Magic Online. Lots of cards are bugged. So if they have a counterspell, they're going to use it. Whir for 1. This is getting Pithing Needle, right? Initial impressions for Pioneer. Are you enjoying it more than Modern? Enjoying Pioneer more than Modern is like asking me if I enjoy waking up in the morning more than closing my hand in a car door. Most things are more enjoyable than closing my hand in a car door. Modern has not aged well. More than Standard. Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it more than Standard at the moment. Like, exploring new formats is always super exciting, in my opinion. Standard's very defined, and green is too good in Standard. This format is like full of hope and joy, and anything could be potentially good. So for people not familiar with this interaction here, my opponent, while I have 3 mana Teferi out, does not get to recast their spell that was under Spell Queller, so Spell Queller just eats their spell. You could have another Inspiring Sanctuary, enjoy. Yeah, so the cat combo deck that we're gonna play next today, I think, actually has Spell Queller with Oko and Teferi, because if you turn Spell Queller into an elk, they don't get their spell back. So lots of good ways to make sure your opponent doesn't get to recast their spells in this format. Yeah, the 4-color oven deck is gas. The arena installer's working. I'm just enjoying playing Pioneer. I don't have a hard stop time today, so I'm gonna squeeze some more Pioneer in after this, and then we'll just push Standard back a little bit. That's gross. Yep. Yeah, I'll ping Discord when we start Standard. Always do. Can I draw some spells, please? We have our few spells that we've had are good, but we could use some more spells. Is a very good viewer count for MTGO. It's another reason I'm gonna do some more Pioneer, because the viewer count's good and I'm enjoying it. What's the conditional on types of spells that can be resolved and when Spell Queller leaves the battlefield? So normally Spell Queller's last trigger allows you to ignore timing restrictions on what you're allowed to replay when, but Teferi static ability says you can never ignore timing restrictions. So Teferi overrides what Spell Queller generally allows you to do. I'm not really afraid of this Emery, but like it blocks my 1/1s and I want to end the game. I have no idea, Stratocaster. They're not quite dead on board, but they are dead to this Boros Charm. All right, we're 2-1. The indoctrination of your viewer base accepting Motocons is happening. Maybe. We'll see how many people we lose. I bet we lose a quarter or more of the viewers when I have to take 5 to 10 minutes to get cards for a new deck. Well, we'll see. This deck's playing Woodland Cemetery? That can't possibly be right. Are there no other Elf Lords legal in this format? Elvish Archdruid isn't legal, I assume. Dwynen is a legal lord. All right, let's keep this. Llanowar Waste is a good suggestion. We just want all of our lands to be untapped on turn 1. Mr. Talkie Box, man, it's my 21st birthday. Happy 21st. Don't do anything stupid. If you're in the United States, people have a tendency to do stupid things on their 21st birthday. Don't join them. Hope you have a wonderful and safe day. The JAC deck was sweet. It was a lot of fun. I really don't understand. One of the most common suggestions that happen that I just can't fathom why people make it is, why do people constantly recommend putting Nykthos in my deck that curves out at 3 or 4? Twitch gives me money to answer surveys. I can't cash it out, so you can put it on anything not playing Oko. Sounds good, Ethereum. I really appreciate the biddies. Happy Thursday. Forcing Monastery Mentor, maybe? I mean, Thoughtseize is legal. Teamer Dynavolt Tower. I don't know. It depends on... I guess you have Oko to kill bigger creatures, so maybe. Maybe. I barfed in a Walmart parking lot on my 21st birthday. That sounds pleasant. Commit some petty theft here. And the best part about the petty theft is it makes the Spell Queller less obvious when we shock. Because, like, we could shock in. It could just be for Brazen Borrower, right? Not sure if I should call Jeff a genius or a monster. I try. Why not? Why not a little bit of... Whoo! Oh, Papa Teferi. Papa Teferi. Oh, baby. Shouldn't have played the Mana Confluence. I could draw a fast land here and want to put it into play tap, so playing this land before I draw a card with Teferi is a mistake. I could have also just played the shock land tapped. Also would have been good. Again, they don't get to recast their Courser here. Do you know the Scarab God, the Scarab God, the Scarab God? Do you know the Scarab God? He is very scary. Does MTGO play as clunky as it looks? It does. No auto tapper is a big deal. Hey, Mamos, thanks for the 16 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. All right, so do I just Jeskai Charm the Scarab God in response? Actually, I'm going to just Spell Queller here, I think. Because this gives me a jump blocker for... This gives me a jump blocker here, too. Sure, you killed my hero. I need a hero. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Pearl Lake Ancient. That card's probably too slow and clunky. Tempo. Hey, thanks for the 15 months deal. Welcome back. And then, like, if they replay the Scarab God, we can, like, end step Brazen Borrower, untap, Jeskai Charm it to the top of your deck, crack you for 7, or crack you for 5. Sounds excellent. Yeah, believe it or not, this deck sucks a lot less when we can cast our spells. Deck feels a lot better when we actually get to play Magic. Weird. The mana base is definitely not great here, but the spells are feeling pretty okay. That one. Get it out of here. Just went 8-1 in a Mythgard PvP draft. Felt good. Nice. Yeah, enough coins for a pack and I can requeue immediately. Congrats. I've been enjoying myself while hello there. In fact we're gonna play a couple more Pioneer decks today before we switch over to Standard. We're still gonna do some Standard today, but I'm gonna do some more Pioneer first. It feels like we're doing it, yeah. Dig through time, sure. As you will. This list has a lot of different ideas compared to the list of the queue. It plays the Black Elf, Metallic Mimic, and Coco. Oh, I like Steel Leaf Champion. That's interesting. I can tell the person that built that deck's probably stupid, though, because they didn't include Once Upon a Time. For the love of God, can you people start putting Once Upon a Time in your green decks? What? Do people hate? Do, like, people like mulliganing and dying and just, like, not having any playable spells? Like, I really don't get it. If your deck has green in it, play for Once Upon a Time. Good golly. But we don't want it to get banned. Lol. Alright, Devout Decree is a super clean answer to Scarab God. Detention Sphere, probably less clean because they can interact with it, but it's likely still worth bringing in. I think I want my extra Teferis here. Wild Slash and Azorius Charm both seem less than appealing. Maybe I don't want both Detention Spheres. I probably don't want to draw two of this card. Let's give this a go. Sylvan Messenger was gas for me. I don't think we have room for Sylvan Messenger alongside Collected Company. So I think if you're playing Collected Company in once, you probably need all your creatures to get hit by Collected Company. This hand's gas. Well, I just spent the last hour showing people exactly why playing sweet creatures is wrong in Brawl. I would be incredibly surprised if Brawl does not need bans to be a fun format. Would be incredibly surprised. Or do they not have a second land? Alright, well, you know, get magicked. We got magicked a few matches earlier in this league. Great Henge was fire. I don't know, like, that's a lot of mana. I guess Steel Leaf Champion makes Great Henge work. If they have Fatal Push here, this fetch lets them push this. If they had Fatal Push, they might have also pushed this last turn, though. Yeah. I very strongly feel that it does. I saw a lot of people playing Elks as their commander. It's funny because it's sad. It's funny because it's sad. I think Brawl has potential to be really good if they manage it properly. It's actually exactly like it's exactly like Standard, right? Standard could be good if they just like actually manage the format. Man, it's a shame Borrower can't, I'm gonna indestructible my thing here. It's a shame Borrower can't bounce their own things. We definitely do that. Yeah, I heard we have lots of foils. We're gonna buy a bunch of foils. Yeah, this deck probably utilizes the counterspell mode on Boros Charm more than any other deck I've ever played with that card in it. It's a real shame we haven't drawn a land. I am taking builder on submissions for Pioneer. As always, you can submit everything through the deck queue. All right. We're getting at least $5 back now. For those of you new to Magic Online, you're not familiar, it costs $10 to play a league on Magic Online. And we're guaranteed $5 back right now at 2 and 2. If we win this match, we get our $10 back and a $2 bonus chest. So there's basically an entire burrito riding on this match. And I know that high stakes match stress some people out, so don't worry for me. I'll be okay if we can't afford the burrito after this match. But we are gambling here. I do have some Mythgard codes left. Ooh. Kill it with fire. Want to buy a burrito game icon? My heart can't take the pressure, Jeff. Man, if these Mantis Riders resolve, they are going to be gasoline. Yep. I thought I was done experiencing this. Why? I tried to message, check my settings twice, allow everything. Is something else wrong? Yeah, if you didn't get a message back from me, it means I couldn't message you back. I messaged back everybody I could possibly message back. I'm glad I have some more Doom Blades in our sideboard. We've got a couple of more Fiery Impulses and some Detention Spheres here that can help. And Justice Strike as well. 3 mana Tef should be great here also. Obviously. Dang it. These lands cast my spell. I just have to figure it out. How can you get a Mythgard code? Drop me a direct message on Discord or Twitch. Oh, we got Dazed, chat. We got that. That's incredibly rude. That is incredibly rude. They told me to shut my mouth. Well, things that aren't beatable for 100. Are we dead? I think we're dead. Yeah, we've got a mono blue Devotion tempo deck in the queue. Yup, seems good. Deck seems sweet. I do not have good ways to interact with what's his name, huh? Boros Charm seems bad here. We're not protecting our creatures at all. Would I rather have Jeskai Charm or Ojutai's command? Jeskai Charm probably lets us race better. Let's try this. Can we play Master of Waves with Risen Reef? Yeah, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 can play Master of Waves with Risen Reef. Oh, lands. This hand is more than good. It's great. No turn one play. It's good first. Oh, they probably have a pirate, huh? Oh. 18 rabbits. I still cannot message you. It does not let me message you. Remember you telling chat that the way you beat Santa Mana is by racing them instead of being a bad control deck? Is that true here? I mean, like, that is true, and that's the best way to beat them most of the time. But it's also that, like, we can't guarantee mulligan to specific hands, right? Like, I have to play how my hand allows me to play. The way this deck is constructed, I'm frequently going to have hands where that's just, like, not an option. I am, however, going to flash this in while they're tapped out. To MK all day and LMAO, it's a Sphinx. I can't send either of you direct messages on Twitch. The one thing I've really learned from all of this is that Twitch direct messages are awful. That's something I've learned from handing out all these codes. Twitch direct messages are one of the worst possible forms of communication. So I didn't block here because blocking's not a legal play. Brazen Borrower can only block creatures that have flying. Fiery Impulse eventually does 3. They don't have Censor up here, huh? Maybe this just works and we don't get unsummoned. Yeah, I would have snap blocked if we could. Not close. Two-time Pro Tour champion, Judges. I love the artwork on this, by the way. It's great. Easiest block of my life. Thassa. Okay, so Thassa here has a mechanic called Devotion. So if their Devotion of blue is 5 or more, she becomes a 5/5 indestructible creature. At the beginning of their upkeep, they get to scry 1, and they can make a creature not be blocked this turn. So pretty good text overall. Any chance you played a Sultai deck you like yet? Nope, this is only our 3rd deck today. There are a number of Sultai decks that look exciting in the queue, but we've not played any yet in this format. We're going to do 2 more Pioneer decks today because I'm enjoying what we're doing and I can run late today. And then, well, assuming we can get cards, there's a chance we fix these decks up and I plug them into MTGO traders and they're out of stock. Is there a way to copy that deck into Mythgard? Yeah, you copy it from the video description and then you click new deck and import. There's a chance the cards are out of stock. If we can get cards, we're gonna do 2 more. We're gonna do 2 more Pioneer decks today. That card's pretty good. Till your next turn, whenever a creature opponent controls attacks, it gets -1 attack. Spell Pierce me. Yep. Feels bad, man. That's 2 Devotion for Thassa as well, which is scary. Maybe I should have Fiery Impulse instead of Wild Slash because of Planeswalkers, potentially. Is Riot a card game you will play off stream? No, I don't give Riot my time or my money because they're an awful company. And much like people who are awful, you can Google it if you're not sure what I mean when you hear me say Riot's an awful company. Riot Lawsuit's a good one. I'd also encourage you to look up who wholly owns Riot. Hint, it's the Chinese government. And WotC's dumb but not evil. Well, that's unfortunate. Pioneer started with only fetch lands banned. The burrito is slowly slipping away, chat. Our burrito's in danger. Our burrito's in danger. All right, well, Who do I want to give the D to? Is it the Drake? I think I just want to give the D to Drake. We have to hit this down to 2. Because, like, once we get this Jace off the table, the Thassa's still, like, improving their draw quality every turn, but she's not meaningfully impacting the board, right? So, like, it's a non-threat to a degree, especially if we're going to be ending the game with Brazen Borrower. Brutal. Wonder if they're gonna cash in the Jace now. As far as bending to corporate masters, I prefer Hasbro to the Chinese government. Yeah, you and me both. All right. I can almost taste the burrito, chat. I can almost taste the burrito. This Jace gained them infinite life this game. Do not count your burritos before they are rolled. That's fair. That's fair. And there's still a third game after this too, right? Like, we're not like playing for the burrito, we're just playing to not lose it at this point. So 8 here. Mausoleum Wanderer is, like, not terrible for us. It, like, forces us to leave Borrower back at home, which means their Master of Waves can no longer attack. The fact that Thassa is, like, improving their card draw quality here by a lot could end up being detrimental. Yeah, the lifelink mode on Azorius Charm is not nothing. It's definitely something that can come up. Old Tricky Dick coming in to ruin my day. Oh, Borrower can't block Master of Waves. Yeah, that's true. He's not red, but he can only block flyers. Come at me. You guys want to see a neat trick? Do you want to see a neat trick? Goodbye, board. So they'll lose Devotion, so Thas is no longer attacking. I mean, like, they get to like, oh, that's a good draw. This could, are we gonna steal this? Are we about to steal a burrito, chat? Because, like, they can't keep Master of Waves on top now, right? Because they're dead? If they keep Master of Waves on top, they're dead on board? Sha! Alright. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Oh, dee 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 dee, dee 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 dee. Don't call it a comeback, chat. All right, that was the easy game. That was the easy game. That was the game where we were on the play. We have to now try to win a game on the draw, which is not quite as easy. Feel like we might have brazenly borrowed that game. There's a little bit of petty theft that occurred. Little bit of petty theft. All right. Burn Spell, Shock, Wild Slash, whatever they're called. Rats. Never lucky. Where do I get my burritos from? Mostly Chipotle. Mostly Chipotle. Just timed out an arena with the Yarok oven deck. It's very grindy. Yeah, I'd believe that. We built them to grind. That's a Tempest Shin, eh? How about if we Time Raveler this Tempest Shin? I finally did it, though I would trade my sword for a burrito. Fair trade, Gargantuan. Thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. I don't think this format's going anywhere. I think people have wanted a format like this for a very long time. I think a lot of people have become disillusioned with Modern, but also don't want to play a rotating format. I think we're past due from this point for a format like this. Second Teferi is pretty decent. So first Teferi is down. Pioneer's like Modern but fun. All right, so I'm gonna shock this in. Then I'm gonna try and petty theft the Tempest Shin. And then we're gonna Stormkin here and attack for 5. It feels like Hero's really doing it here, huh? Like we're keeping like we've been a true tempo deck this game. Like just keeping them thoroughly off kilter while adding more and more pressure to the table. It's lunchtime, I'm going to get a burrito because of you. Look at that, I can sell burritos. Hashtag sell all of the burritos. Oh, that's a Wild Slash. Yeah, it is. Burrito in sight, chat. The burrito is in sight. Target acquired burrito in sight. Would have made sense to Jin first to get the prowess trigger. Well, this doesn't have prowess, and they have a Judge's Familiar in play. So to answer your question, no for 2 different reasons. I'm gonna Wild Slash this while Teferi's still in play and they can't counter it. I'm literally working on getting Chipotle as we speak, curse you. This stream is in no way sponsored or endorsed by Chipotle, but Chipotle, if you're out there, please, please, feed me. Ooh, are they dead? Not quite, but close. Oh, I can do this? What do we want to do here? I have so many choices. I think it's probably just bounce this, attack them, right? These Brazen Borrowers and, well, this counters my Jeskai Charm. So this counters Jeskai Charm. For people that are shouting lethal, their cards have text. Please Twitch chat a little bit less. People who think we have lethal. This poor Jin, he's seen some stuff, chat. Well, Jeskai Charm could give my team +1/+1, so Cerulean Drake doesn't counter that mode. Gonna bounce Mausoleum Wanderer to use the charm. They would have blocked this and then taken 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you right? Yeah, I think you're right. Look at that. I think you're right. If we bounce the Mausoleum Wanderer, they take 9. Were they at 9? Okay, yeah, that's good. See, look at that. Point out the lethal line. Love it. Does that look like burrito money to the rest of you? Looks like burrito money to me. Looks like burrito money to me. Burrito, burrito, burrito. All right, Jeskai aggro. Let's wrap on this before we move on to the next one. I kind of liked what our spells were doing, but I was not super into our mana base. So the mana base as constructed probably has too much red in it. There's 17 red and there's only 14 blue. So I think I need to up the blue count a little bit. Shivan Reef is legal in this format. That's maybe a little bit better than another Mana Confluence. So like I think I'd probably cut like 1 to 2 Vantage here maybe. And like get the Pain Land in here to like up my blue count. I guess that's cutting a white mana though. Yeah, I don't know. Ojutai's command was a little bit medium, and Teferi Time Raveler was like super good. So I think I'd cut the commands and play another Raveler. Azorius Charm was pretty reasonable too, so maybe I'd fit another one of those in. Could also just like play 4 Time Ravelers. The core of what's going on here seems super reasonable. I don't know about Dig Through Time. We don't really fill the graveyard up that much. Like Dig is it's hard to cast. Like we're not casting it early. So there's a lot of different directions you could take a Jeskai deck like this. Like again, the original build around submissions are Boros Charm plus Mantis Rider. So like those cards could go in a lot of different directions. This one I chose specifically to revolve around Hero of the Precinct One, but I'm also just like playing a bunch of good cards in the deck. Like I think the only card that I'm playing specifically because of Hero is this. It's maybe a little bit underpowered, but honestly, it was still pretty okay. Now, I think Stormkin Elemental is better than Stormchaser Mage because I actually don't have that many instants and sorceries in this deck. This deck it has a lot of creatures in it. And like, you have to cast 2 things in a turn to make Stormchaser better than Stormkin, and I think that's not going to happen too often. All right, we are going to tweak some of the details on this really quick. We're going to get cards for this as well as 4-color cat combo, which actually we're going to start with 4-color cat combo. Thanks for hanging out today, folks. We have a great viewer count for Pioneer, so we're going to dive into a little bit more Pioneer content